Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let us know what you're reading. And with that, before I forget, what are you reading, Tiffany? Because I always forget.
I am reading Mexico Margaritas and Murder, which is the first book in. I don't know what the series is officially called. It's like Peg Pearl and Sally Adventures or something like that. Y'all have seen the cover, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to that, and I'm reading the Sophie Kimball, which I'm now at like 75%. So I am moving. It's
You're
just my
getting there.
ebook,
Yeah.
so it takes so long. And then I'm listening to. I finished The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, which I highly
Ooh.
recommend. Row.
Oh, good.
And Sarah, have you read anything by Catherine Center? I had never.
The Happiness Project, I think it was called. It was fantastic.
The Bodyguard was so good. I highly recommend it. They were so cute. The banter was adorable. It was really cute. It's
She's a
very
really great
seriously,
writer.
There's nothing. I don't want
Was
to say
that the
plain. It was very
camping one,
sweet,
Sarah?
Sweet, not
Yes,
clean.
it was the one where she goes camping. Yeah.
I want to try that one.
And
That's awesome.
then, I don't remember. I'm also
Well done,
listening to
Tiffany.
romance, but I can't think of now. But there we go. All the books, right, Storm? All the books.
All the books. So I think Ro and I are both reading this. My Deadly Valentine by Valerie Hansen and Lynette Eason. She's the one who mentioned this one to me, and I immediately went, yes, please. Today was a crazy busy day, so I didn't even get my full lunch. I literally sat and read a chapter while I ate my soup. So I like to get some more of this read tonight, but I am trying to work on updating my book spreadsheet too. So, and then, so while I'm doing that, I might just plug on my audiobook, which I finally decided to go to A Salty Caramel by Amanda Flower, because I know I said the cheese shop yesterday, but I'm like, I really should start my SAS list.
Yeah.
So I spun the wheel and picked a book.
Didn't you? I thought you had already read that for some reason. Because
I have. I've read through them, but at peanut butter, no, not at peanut butter. At blueberry, whatever it was,
Wonder.
I kind of soft DNF'd it because I'd had enough of that point of what's her name's Jethro's
Juliet.
mom.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try and get through because the new book's been released and it looks so cute.
And
I
also,
love
when
this
she
show.
started,
I miss this.
when you started the series, it was a rough time for you, so you don't really remember the beginning.
No, I distinctly remember my father was having surgery the day I was listening to this book.
yeah.
So I'm listening to it now going, really? Did I read this?
Yeah. Well, you read out of order. I just thought maybe you had read.
No, this is one I actually read in order.
Gotcha. But
I know,
remember
shocking.
you had DNF'd Blueberry because you were like, I'm done.
Because I think I read one after another, which is one thing I don't think I can really do. So
yeah. And Juliet,
I admire all of you who can binge a series.
Gotcha.
I can't do
it. So real fast, I want to say, do you guys want me to put up the races?
Oh, I'm sure if you want to.
Okay.
Awesome.
And so how long would that be for? Like 30 minutes? Or
it depends on when we wrap up the chitty chat stuff.
So I have it pulled up, so I'll add in the time when you tell me. And so for reading, I'm gonna work on. I want to do Deadly Valentine like Sarah, and I also want to work on Perm to Death. I want to finish that because now that I know the craziness of what was in the envelope, I need to know how it ends. And then on audio, I just started. I think it's 10 or 11. It's the most current book in the Kate Bay Cafe series. And I always forget how much I love it. Like, cause they're not like 5-star reads, but they're just very cozy. And so she runs a coffee shop and a bakery. And in this one, her boyfriend and some of her friends like trick her saying they're like making videos for social media, but they're entering into her a baking competition show. So that one, it's a lot of fun so far.
Nice.
I am still working on the same one. But I am 80% into A Body on the Doorstep by Marty Wingate. So almost got it done. I'm trying to stick with one book until I finish it to get to the other one to get these two finished. I figured maybe that would be the best strategy at the end of the month to get the two that I'm trying to get finished. So I'm still at like 38% of the other one, but I'm 80% this one. So.
I saw that you finished your eyeball book, your Heather Graham one. So that was good.
Yep. So I was like, I'll stick with that one until I get it. My problem is I get super like distracted whenever I'm trying to read. Even when I try to get on other people's reading sprints, like I'll like watch their sprints and stuff. Well, it's so easy to just put my phone to the side and not pay, and do other things. And so I
100%.
get distracted. And I also get bored really easy. Even if I like the book or something, I still I want to read something else. And so just reading one at a time, trying to finish it is like, oh, I just need to find out who done it. I just need to find out who done it. Yeah. So
whenever we have the time, I know you need to get to comments, but whenever we have the time, I have some questions about retro romance readathon.
Okay. And Pat said, "Good evening, everyone. Cannot decide what to read. The Book Club Hotel by Sarah Morgan or Winter Cake All by Denise Swanson."
Sarah Morgan.
I'm
Sarah, I
like,
don't know who
either
either
one of those.
Sarah Morgan.
There you go.
The Sarah Morgan one I almost read for December. It sounds really good. I am actually a fan of Denise Swanson. I love her writing, and I was a big fan of that series too. So I've read all 3 of those.
I'm out. I don't know any of those. So. And she said, "Don't forget to thumbs up." So thanks. And
I think you would like Sarah Morgan Storm because she writes very similar to Rayanne Thane.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her newer stuff is a lot sweeter.
I need to just start trying a lot of those authors. I hear you talk about a lot of them all the time, like that Cheryl Wood series. Like I've
The Chesapeake Shores.
I've thought about that one.
Oh,
Times,
you
but
would
I've just
like
never done
that.
it.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Cedar Cove and Virgin River.
Oh
you're
God,
gonna
yeah, that's
almost-
right up your alley.
It's
less
right.
babies.
less babies, but I mean, it's a lot. The general concept's the same.
Yeah, that one's definitely on my radar too.
And PK says, "Hi, y'all. Listening on the drive home. We'll tune in after walking keto. Reading Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. 70% in. My goal tonight is to finish it. 136 pages.
Ooh.
I can do it. Yes, you
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, she's hours ahead of us, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. She's got plenty of time to finish it. So.
Yeah, she's got lots of time.
And Alicia said, "Hello, everyone. Currently reading Cheddar Off Dead by Karina Moss. Very good. All I want to do is eat cheese now."
I feel you, Alicia. I feel you.
And Tina says, "Hello, all. I really need to continue with Catering to Nobody by Diane Mott Davidson."
I got her to do that one.
Reading that. That's so exciting.
She's doing something because she hasn't done it yet, but my birthday's this month. It was on the 13th, and she asked me some of my favorite audiobook series. So I gave her some. So she's reading some, and then she's going to put a vlog together of what she thought of it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how did I not know it was your birthday? How did that happen?
When the hell was your birthday?
It was good. I think you said happy birthday in Discord. I don't remember.
Okay. Well, I've had so much family here and other stuff. I'm sorry if I didn't. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was good. It was on the 13th. Yeah.
Calf says, "I'm in the throes of decision making. 13 cozies piled high on my TBR, but I can only read one at a time."
Well, if you want to give us 3, we could help you.
What's the 3 that's on the top tier?
Yeah, exactly.
Or I say just close your eyes and point
and
or
just
put it on a wheel.
We want to have input. No,
but then
I'm all about spinning a wheel, right?
Yeah.
So,
but then I need to know all 13 of them. I want to know all 13.
Hi, Cajun.
Cajun says, "Hi, everyone. I'm reading The Lost Ticket, and I'm getting very nervous about our elderly gentleman who is one of the main characters. This better not make me cry. Let's not make me cry." Yeah, I understand that.
I feel you. Oh.
And Amy says, "Hi, everyone. I can't seem to get into reading anything right now. I'm excited for the House of Flame and Shadows. It releases tonight, so you don't have very much longer. So I'm just watching YouTube videos."
Yeah. So just don't read anything because you're just gonna you're just gonna put it down the second that book comes out. So just take
I'm very excited for you, Amy.
Then she'll be gone for 2 days. We won't hear.
Yeah, it's like I want to see her come up for air for a go. She's like,
she'll get up on Thursday, and she's like, "Nothing happened." I'm okay.
Esther says, "I'm just finished Cheddar Off Dead by Karina Moss. Anyone for some cheese? I already geared up for Murder on Mulberry Bend #5 in the Victoria Thompson. Thanks, Storm, for helping me get the ebook. You are welcome."
Esther,
all the libraries that she had or whatever, she couldn't get it. And so I looked at one of the libraries to see if they had it and then helped her get on the libraries.
Oh, nice.
And Cajun says to Esther, as much as I love that series, it never makes me want cheese. But the grilled cheese series always makes me eat cheese in some way before I finish the book.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's the grilled cheese because I like sandwiches, the grilled cheese sandwich. So I think
you need the
grilled cheese
bread, yeah.
sandwich one could make me eat probably cheese.
Yeah, I'm not a cheese connoisseur. You know, like I don't like fancy cheese. I just like cheese, right?
Cheddar, pepper jack, like give me the basics.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? I don't know. Give me Swiss.
Yeah. Swiss on sourdough. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Esther says to Cajun, I love cheese, and in the town here there is a cheese shop just like in the book.
Oh, neat.
So jealous of that, Esther, because I do love fancy cheese. I love all cheese, so.
Hi, fuss-free book gal said she's finished up Hester tonight for a February group read. Cool.
Awesome. I'm like, wait, are we at the end of February already? When did that happen?
Gosh, almost.
Getting ahead of the game, you know. Like,
well done.
Evening, about to have dinner. Just wanted to jump in and say hi. Hopefully I'll make it back. Still reading Valette.
Nicole, I have to say this, that part of saying that you're having dinner requires you to let us, and when I say us, I usually am the one wanting to, I want to know what you're having. It might influence me, Nicole.
Well,
but, you know.
I had dinner just before we sat here, Tiffany.
What did you have?
We had, my husband made chicken in the crock pot. He took a chicken breast, cut it into pieces, put it in the crock pot, covered it in cream of chicken soup, added vegetables, and let it sit all day. And then we served it tonight with stovetop stuffing.
Yeah,
that sounds really good.
So good.
I've heard you talk about that before, and I need to try it.
It's like the easiest, quickest, delicious.
Because we do that over mashed potatoes, but I've never tried it over stuffing.
My husband's like he could just make a thing of stovetop stuffing and just sit and eat it.
Oh yeah.
I like
happy, yeah.
I think, you know, it's stovetop stuffing. That's like it. I don't like when people make stuffing. I'm very like.
It could be hit or miss.
I like the stovetop stuff.
My mother-in-law taught me a trick because I used to make the homemade for Thanksgiving, and she taught me a trick. This is how she does it, because I'm like, your stuffing's really good. Like, how do you make it? She goes, well, I'll tell you my secret. I take stovetop, I add an extra cup of water than they tell you to, and I put it in the oven. And it makes it like a different texture. So it makes it more like and then so in that way it makes it taste better, because you know, like the stovetop and it could be a little mushy sometimes on the stove, or a little dry pieces. So this just makes it like a really uniform, good baked texture. So she'll put multiple boxes and she just adds a little extra water. And so I've been doing that for the last couple of years, and everybody loves it, and they think it's homemade when my mom does. And I told her, I was like, nope.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a great tip.
Just
Thank you.
putting extra water in the oven. It's so weird. It changes it.
Nice.
And Sharon
You're like a chemist.
Says, good evening. I was looking for reading sprints to join. Never been on your channel before. Reading, and then there were none by Agatha Christie on chapter.
Well, you're fitting right in here, Sharon. Of all the things you could be reading, welcome.
The best Agatha Christie. The best, hands down. Now, not that I've read them all, but the best.
We're all big mystery readers, especially cozy mystery, and we like romance. And then Storm reads a lot of other stuff. But those are like our two main genres.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. And thank you for speaking out in the comments too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure there's quite a few lurkers, because I can see how many people's like watching.
Right? We don't bite. Honestly.
No.
Yeah. Tiffany, that's personal. We discussed this.
Purple Reinhardt said, hey, Storm, Tiffany, Roe popped right up when I was typing. And Sarah, I'm reading Pumpkin Spice Barrel. Cool.
Excellent.
Nice. Hi, City Girl Writer. Salutations. Still reading Court of Wandering by Rin Chapeko. I think I remember seeing your name on Nicole's The Noteworthy Fictions Sprint.
Are you holding up the book you wrote? If so, what is that in your profile picture?
Yeah.
Have you published a book?
Excellent question.
Sharon says, hi, everyone. Finished American in Scotland today. Good Rex Storm. Yay. Not sure what I'm starting next. Possibly Murder on Washington Square. That's good too. And Amanda says, hi, everyone. Let us know what you're reading. And Pamela says, going totally off genre tonight, reading Elon Musk's bio. Oh, that could be interesting.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say is interesting.
Yeah. It's got to be interesting.
I don't don't know how many kids he's up to now. I think it's like over
11,
10.
I
And
think.
he's
Oh, goodness.
creepy looking. That just goes to
Oh.
show you money will buy you anything.
Yeah, it's like 11 kids, but he's got like multiples.
Multiple
Yes,
moms. Yeah.
correct.
Well, he's got
Right.
multiple moms too, but
Oh,
he's also
like
got
twins
multiple
and stuff?
multiples.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he's got like a set of twins, triplets, and maybe even more.
He's
One.
like we need to repopulate the earth. We're going down in our reproduction. I'm like, well, then pass off some of that money you have, buddy. 'Cause,
Right?
like,
You know,
not all of us can afford to raise 11 kids.
not a
Let alone
baseball
one.
team is worth no.
Sherry the Book Gnome says, "Hi y'all, going to start How to Train Your Earl by Amelia Gray. It's not my usual read, but I'm gonna try something new." Well, it
I do
sounds
like
cool to
Amelia
me.
Gray.
I love that.
And Courtney, hi Courtney, says, "Happy Monday. I'm about 70% into a book on KU called Make a Scene, and it is so good."
Excellent. I'll have to look that up.
And Nicole says, "Hi, chat peeps." And hi, Tammy says, "Hi, everyone. I'm reading bits and pieces of a lot of books tonight."
Now I want
That's
pizza.
the rest of us.
That's the mood I'm into.
And
Right.
Kim says, "I hope to finish The Windsor Knot. I think I'm at 52%. Hopefully you can get it done." And Christina says, "Hi, ladies and everyone in the chat. Hope everyone is well. Reading Throne of Glass while working on a blanket, sharing some cozy Monday reading love with the like button."
Nice.
Got to do it, Tiffany.
There you go.
And says, "Making breakfast for supper, pancakes and sausage." Yum.
It
What
doesn't
is
like
going
your heart.
on?
It just doesn't like you.
No,
You lost your
It always
mojo.
likes her.
Maybe it
You're
can't
moving around
recognize
too
the
much.
I
heart.
think, yeah, try like just don't put all your fingers. There you go. There
There
you
you go.
go. It didn't like the shape of your heart.
Yeah.
So that's like
Sharing the
And
love.
Nicole says, "Yes, a breakfast for dinner is the best."
I
It
agree.
is.
You're
I
welcome.
agree.
Hi, Donna, I believe I get it right. Says, "Hi, Storm. Hi, everyone." And Kim likes Denise
Yeah.
Swanson.
I do too. I actually just checked out the third of her Dime Store series. I was going through and trying to see what I hadn't read because I read A Call for Charms. I'm hoping that a new one comes out for that because they're supposed to be.
I need to try number 2. I was like on the
And-
fence with 1.
Oh, see, I liked one.
And that's
And,
paranormal, so it's weird.
Right? I know. And then, I mean, I read all of I didn't read any of the Return to the Scumble River or whatever, but I read the other ones. And then there was something else I read by her.
The Dime Store gets a little racy, is all I'm saying. Like it's not 100% cozy. Just like
Oh.
her Scumble River is not 100% cozy either.
No.
Yeah. But her the Chef to Go is a traditional cozy.
Chef to Go. I read some of those, but it was okay.
Yeah. I've heard hit or miss on that. I really end up enjoying it. It's only 3 books, but that one's 100% cozy. Her other stuff she writes is not 100% cozy. Her writing works for me for some reason.
And Anne wants to know if anybody's heard when the February book of the month release is. And
Always the first of the month. Believe me, I stalked the page.
Heading to
I know. Heading to not breakfast dinner. She wants breakfast now.
Hi, Scorpio says, "Hi,
tell my
everyone. I'm
husband.
still reading Married to the Mop by Barbara Cooley."
I might have to try that just based upon
I know, just on the title,
alone.
yeah.
Like seriously, that is amazing.
And Cajun says, "I would love to go to a cheese shop. I don't think I've ever seen one, even in a touristy town."
Ask Ellie if she has one. They have to have one in Ashland, you would think.
I grew up in an Amish community, so we like in the town next to us, which is Amish too. They had a really good cheese shop.
No doubt.
So good.
When I went to Germany, there was a lot of good cheese stuff.
Now
to
that's
try
where
there.
you want it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like they know what they're doing.
Mm.
I
that
want
would
to
be
try
amazing.
more. I want to try more exotic cheeses. I'm just not willing to pay the price to try them and not like it.
I'm just not adventurous.
If you go
Yeah.
to like,
I'll
this
be
is
honest.
just a tip.
Yeah.
Like if you go to like grocery stores that have like the cheese bar sort of thing, they usually, I mean, obviously different chains are different, but usually almost all of them have like a basket
We could
at the
sample.
end of their like cheese, and they'll have just the ends of cheeses where you only get like a little bit, but it's enough to try it, and they'll be cheap because it's just like what they couldn't use as like
What they couldn't
sliced or
sell.
whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's a
we
good
don't
way
have-
to try cheese, is what I'm saying.
Well,
We don't
that's
have
cool.
anything like that in my town, but next time I go to Sacramento, which they have like every store you could think of, I'll look for a grocery store that does that.
Like I know
Awesome.
Whole Foods does that. You know, and then I don't know what you have, you know, because we have like
Yeah.
Publix. I don't think you guys, I don't know
Mm-mm.
if Publix is a thing, but anyways, that's what my tip would be, because Trader Joe's, I mean, there's a lot of them that do it. So
I love
Good
Trader
way to
Joe's. We have one in Sac, but I didn't know if they did that. Okay.
Hi, Stacy and Steph says, hi, friends. I'm gonna go out and say that I think this might be Stacy because she says
she's more
I'm
active.
about to start Meet Your Baker by Ellie Alexander.
Yay!
I read a few books in the series, but never read this one, which is the first. Excited to start tonight because I think I saw something where she was.
If you guys aren't stubbed at Stacy and Steph, they're twins, and I love their channel. It's very cozy. I know
Yes.
Stacy in particular likes romance and cozy mysteries, and she puts up like aesthetic vlogs and stuff. And she lives close to a town. She lives in like Connecticut, I think, and she lives close to the town that inspired Gilmore Girls. So
Oh,
she put up
cool.
like the vlog for like, oh, that was fun. Yeah,
That is really awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
subscribed.
Amy said she will be unavailable until
Yeah, exactly.
We know.
No problem. No problem.
And Kim microwaved a potato.
Always a
You
favorite.
know what? Sometimes
Allison, hi, everyone.
simplicity is best, my friend.
You know?
Baked potatoes, one of my favorites. Yeah.
And Sarah, I agree. I don't know what.
I don't
she
remember
wrote.
with what, but I appreciate your
As
Good
you
call.
should, is what she's trying to say.
100% always. Probably I'm picking Sarah Morgan. That's it. No.
Yeah, probably.
Hi, family and books. And I don't know your name, so if you want to pop it down there, I went and like seen your live. You were like, I think you're the one that was playing a game. I think.
Does she have a channel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay, I gotta go look that up.
And
Okay.
says, hi, all just dropping in before I go to bed. And
is that the name of her channel, Family and Books?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Most
I'm gonna have to
likely
look it up.
what
And
we comment.
Christina said, lurking is fun too, Storm. Yes, it is.
I can't find it.
And Nadine says, hi, everyone. I don't know what I'm reading yet.
If you
And
need
Sharon Reed
suggestions.
says, thanks, everyone. I read mysteries, thrillers, and some romance and nonfiction. Well, you are in the right crowd.
You are-
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
tip if you're
Amanda
trying to
said-
find
What?
if you're trying to find family and books, you need to filter it to channel because all it comes up is like kids books. But if you filter it to
Thank you.
channel, she pops up right away.
Reading,
Okay.
I married Naga and listening to Drowning. Those are interesting. And we need to get into a sprint at 25, so then you can do your math. And so, let's see. Cajun says, not a thing wrong with lurking. That is what works for some people, and where they're comfortable. Thankfully, most people get that. Yes.
Yes, we are not judging you if you just want to lurk. We're just saying.
I lurk on other
saying-
people's channels.
We do not
Yeah.
mind at all. We don't
I
mind
just
at
know
all.
personally, sometimes if I don't know the host, I feel and like they have regulars, I feel like left out. So we're just encouraging you to talk if you would
Yeah.
like to.
100%.
And
Tiffany's
one more, she
favorite.
says, no, I'm not an author, merely a reader
Okay.
who wants to get back to writing again. In my profile picture, I'm holding up Sorrow Lands by River Solomon, one of my favorite books from 2023.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
cool. Oh, I love it.
Unicorn.
Okay,
I
so
take
Sarah
it
gets
that
unicorn.
Sarah wants a unicorn.
I want the doggy.
What do you want, Tiffany?
Go ahead, Storm.
Oh,
I know what
I'll
she
take
wants.
I don't know, the astronaut, I guess.
Tiffany wanted the teeth.
I did want the teeth.
Yeah, I figured she
We're
probably
gonna
wanted
chomp our way to a win.
Okay, so happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading. Come on, go teeth, go.
Storm won.
Yay!
Oh goodness.
That doesn't happen very often. So yay! How'd everybody do?
Good. I have about it says I have an hour left in Mexico Margaritas and Murder. So
Are you liking it?
I am liking it, but I'm not liking it as much as I thought. But you know, I mean, when you tell me it's seniors and Golden Girl vibes, I'm like, you gotta really bring it. You know what I mean? So it might be my expectations more than the book.
I think if I remember right, Sonia said she liked number 2 more than 1.
She did say that. She liked number 2 better.
I have that. I was going to read that one this month for my Kindle Kobo cleanout because I have that one. I just didn't get around to it.
And like I said, I am enjoying it. I just, you know. Anyways, how'd y'all do?
My Alexa just went off for some reason. Waiting for it to go off again now. I read my chapters in my Sweet Valley High book because I'm like, oh, got to get my throwback book read.
Oh yeah.
And because I read these with my eyeballs, I wanted to do it while my eyeballs were still thinking. So yeah, I mean, it's Sweet Valley High. I've got nothing to say about it. It's fine.
Fair enough.
And you've read it 100 times, so you know.
Yeah, well, no, actually, the Sweet Valley series, I think I've only read through twice.
Oh, okay.
So not as much as the Babysitters Club.
Same.
I'm almost done with the first story in My Deadly Valentine and really enjoying it. It's
Yay.
sweet, fun, and suspenseful, like what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And like with my cozy mystery brain, I'm trying to think about who the stalker could be. And I'm like, okay, it's probably the least suspected person. So I have an idea. But then I'm like, it's probably someone we haven't even met because it's not meant to be a mystery. So, well, I'm going to say.
Because I know you're reading the same book. My thing is with the love inspired books, I the faith thing is, great. But it's the fact that they assume, like, it's almost like the whole town is religious. Like, he says to her, so, like, what church do you go to?
Yeah.
Like, you just met her. Like, and how do you assume that this is, you know what I mean? But
it really
of course,
threw
the way
me
the
off.
worlds are built. Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting it, but it was more towards the beginning. But that's who I'm suspecting. I'm like, it's the priest. But I'm like, I don't know if they do that.
It's always
like,
the priest or the butler. Yeah, no.
Because I'm like, he's the least suspected. He's in the case. He's like trying to help. And but yeah, so the cover is really cute. You guys could probably see it.
Yeah,
better
there you
with
go.
color.
The full color cover. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So it's 2 short stories. And
I got to get a physical edition of it.
But I definitely want us to talk. Like, I'll put my thing in spoilers, like after I finish it on Discord, so we could
we'll have
it was like my first Harlequin. Yeah.
Nice.
And then so then I have the question about those when I get the chance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I got the 85% of Body on the Doorstep. So my goal is to finish that one tonight because even after sprints, because I have so much more to go in the other book because I'm only at like 38%. So I need 2 days for that one.
Is that an audio or an eyeball?
No, they're all. That's why I said I left all my eyeball reading to the end.
So you're gonna be like making your dad's food while you're reading.
Even though I did pick out some like audiobooks for like retro romance, I have a lot of like categories and things like that over here that you can't get audios for, and so there's going to be a lot of eyeball reading, so I can't have any carryovers.
I'm telling you, Storm, are they older?
Yeah,
obviously, because they're retro. Yeah.
I looked on everything.
Yeah,
trying to find an audiobook of any of the books that I picked out. But yeah.
I started listening to one of those books on Hoopla, the ones I was talking about, where it's like the Apple narration. I was really impressed. I mean, there was a couple little incidences where it was like a pause, right? Like, so it, but it was still quite good. Like, I had no complaints. So,
would the title change on the Harlequins, or do they not?
Not necessarily. It depends. Some of the Nora Roberts do, some don't. It all depends on what the marketing team decides to do.
I was gonna say, I think sometimes when they change the covers to those like ones where they try to make it look, different, that they change the title sometimes.
Well, that was my question. So I'm trying to get a TBR together, and I'm a digital reader, so I check the library and everything. And so there was some that were easy to find because it's like Harlequin Treasury, and it says 1990s. Like
yes.
So then I was like, so I would find a cover, and I would be like, oh, it's like 2009. And then but then I would look up on Fantastic Fiction and realize it's a different date. So what I found, especially with Debbie Maycomer, is they changed the covers. And so they put the new release date on the cover. So like A Little Bit Country by Debbie Maycomer came out in 1990, but it says 2000 something, 2000 whatever, 11 on the Kindle edition. So I'm having to, the covers like aren't helping me at all. So I'm having to look up by authors on Fantastic Fiction.
Go to Fiction Database. It's far better. If you're looking up category, Fiction DB.
Okay.
Yeah,
and it's
especially for Harlequin.
Not just category, but like romance in general. So like since I'm so new to it, what I need to know is I think I'm gonna start with like 1990s. I don't want to go earlier at the first one. So I need some like 1990s to the early 2000s authors that wrote romance so that I could look up books that way, because I'm having such a hard time just trying to look at the library because the covers are all changed. So I did find some. Right.
I'll have to think about it, Ro.
Yeah.
Let me know, because leave it with me, because the thing is back then there wasn't really sweet romance like there is now. Storm, will you agree with that? It tended back then to be a little bit more, unless you were reading a Debbie Maycomer.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't mind as long as it's not like Blaze Maisie Yates spice. I don't care if it's a little bit.
Unless you're going unless you're going like way back retro with the Harlequin, because like
Betty Niels.
Yeah.
So is there a way to, like the Fiction Database, is there a way to realize what Harlequins were published that early?
Oh, 100%.
Like these.
Okay.
So if you go to, can I share my screen for a second?
Yeah.
We've got everybody in the chat, because this is what I use.
I think it was Susan Mallory or somebody. There's somebody that the covers were re-released, but then you look at the dates and the original covers were so different. So it's so hard.
Here's the one that you were talking about, Ro. The Little Bit Country by Debbie Maycomer. So on here, if you look here, it says Harlequin Romance 3038. So if you click on that, it is a hyperlink. It'll take you to a section that's every Harlequin romance that's been published since 1949 in chronological order.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very helpful.
So you can go through and find and play around with it that way. So I'm telling you, this is the site that if you're looking for category, this is the Bible. And if you just think to yourself like, oh, I'd like to look at, I don't know, Harlequin Heartwarming. You can just type in the series name and bam, you hit Heartwarming, and all the books come up back to book number 1.
This is what I was looking for. I was searching and it would come up like Harlequin like website list, but it was just a certain book I never found.
No, the Harlequin website is crap for it. So, whatever crack group of people put this together, I owe them everything, because this is my Bible when it comes
That's
to
what I use when I'm putting my Harlequins into my spreadsheets. So
and then there was authors I was trying to think of. I'm like, BJ Daniels, but her first book was like 2004. Like there's some authors that they started writing like way later than you would think. And
then you think they've been around forever.
And then I was looking up Susan Mallory, and like she's been around for a long time, but most of her first books were all about brides and weird stuff. And then but I think I did find a couple by her. But I want to get together a big pile of possibilities and make a video about it so then I could pick and choose. But so you guys, since you have the physical copies, it's so easy. But for digital readers, it's really hard. So that website, thank you.
100%. 100%. Yeah. So there you go, Ro. Enjoy.
Yeah, because if you look up the new Debbie Maycomer for A Little Bit Country, and it has the new release date. So, like, I had no clue that was 1990. Perfect.
And Anita says, hey, everyone. She's reading Enchanted Music Box by Cindy Kurt.
How are you feeling, Anita? It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hi, Sue.
My thing's not working. Hi, Sue says, good evening, everyone. I have several books I'm reading. Join the crowd. Most of us have several books that we're reading. And Cajun says, Tiffany, make note of the precise motion. It sure is picky on your heart, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, lady.
I likes that one.
And Book Fan says, reading The Busybody by Kemper Donovan, 27% read. Cool.
Nice.
Hi, Tina says, Tiffany, you grew up in an Amish community, and now it makes sense why Amish candy shop is your favorite.
I do love the Amish.
She is
candy
not.
shop.
She was never Amish. She has lived by the Amish. Yeah, because she said he grew up in Amish.
But my
community.
husband,
Yeah,
before we were married,
he
the
wanted
first time he went home with me, he's like, "We should join theAmish." I said, "I'm going to let you spend 1 week there during the summer and 1 week there during the winter,
There is
and then I'm going to
nowhere,
ask you how you feel about it after."
nowhere I can plug in my Kindle. Not interested.
Yeah, exactly. Then we're not going.
Or go to the
And be
bathroom
like,
inside,
done.
or have running
Right.
water, or
and be
air,
like,
or heat, or
you're the male. You're gonna have to be out building stuff and in the fields all day. Like,
I can just see me dressed as an Amish woman standing on the front porch waiting for my delivery from Amazon.
yeah,
I got a new e-reader.
Yeah,
But
and
I'm
he said
reading
she's
all
hoping the woman by Christian Hannah is on the book of the month.
I pre-ordered that on audio. I cannot wait for that book to come out. It
I
comes
love
out in a week.
Christiana. I love Christiana.
It
Oh.
takes place during the Vietnam War.
She makes you cry.
Yeah.
I don't want those kind
that's
of
what I've heard.
Oh, she's so good.
Tina says, my brother and sister-in-law live in the Amish and Mennonite community. They have a lot of cool little shops. I didn't see a cheese shop, but there was sadly she didn't see a cheese.
In Kentucky, Tina, or somewhere else?
And she said, thanks. Stacy said, thanks for the shout out, Ro. You're so sweet.
No problem.
And Alice, I can't read. It's okay. I think a lot of devils will let you
Delis.
deli. See, I cannot read.
The devils will
eyes.
let you taste a sample.
I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
sure what they're doing, but okay. So
This
I think a
this
lot of
is-
delis will let you taste it. Okay.
This is not nice. I mean, like, there was a kid in the office today, and he was just having moments, and like he terrorized and tore up our play therapy room. Anyways,
Oh,
they
wow.
basically tore it up. And afterwards, somebody sent me a meme, and it said, "When people say their kids are angels," and then underneath it said, "Lucifer was too," which is funny because it just something
That's
was
amazing.
just fit. It
Amazing.
just
See,
fits.
and I knew that Christina would know names. See, she says, "Hi,
Okay.
Paula." That family in books.
Yeah, Kay makes all the rounds on the list.
Yes, she does. Donna said, I just finished Dead as a Door Knocker by Dan Kelly. I loved it. I'm also reading Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Amanda Flowers. I like that one.
I really want to try Diane Kelly.
Oh yeah, do it.
Hi,
Oh,
Melissa. She says, hey, y'all. Not reading
What was
until
that
later, but I'm exactly 50% into Outlander number 7. And if you're here, Melissa, I don't know if you've seen my video where I talked about the fact that I did read your favorite series, or the first one, A Peculiar Combination. I read it.
Right. Yeah.
I know she really likes that series. So people are doing their voting. I'm just going to skip over that, except for this one because I think it's funny because Tiffany, go teeth go.
It was
And,
rigged.
Tammy says we have a specialty cheese
Shop probably.
shop in our town. Probably about 50 to 75
Wow.
types of samples and toothpicks next to each.
Oh,
And they make specialty sandwiches and other
What?
menu items. So yummy, but quite spendy. Yeah.
oh, I'm jealous.
so
Specialty
delicious.
sandwiches would be like my favorite.
Yeah. She corrected it. Cheese shop in our town. Yeah.
Mm.
And hi, Cynthia said better late than never. Hi, friends. How you doing? And hello, Karen says, I don't know what I'll be reading tonight. And
If you need suggestions,
Cindy says, I'm reading Arsenic and Adobo, and I'm rooting for the Weenie Dog because they are my loves. Yeah.
We lost.
And Esther says, the
Oh,
name
no.
of the cheese shop here is the
Curd Nerd.
yeah.
The owner won the cheesemonger of the Cheese International in Brooklyn last year.
Is that not the
Wow.
perfect name for a cozy mystery cheese shop?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Curd Nerd.
Code Nerd, yeah. It's
Are you
amazing.
watching Karina Moss? Yeah.
And Jessica Lynn said, hello, everyone. Just finished dinner. About to read. I think I might start something off my February TBR. Just don't know which one yet. Oh, Tiffany, pot pie, mashed potatoes, and I picked it up.
Ooh, pot pie. That sounds good.
Mhm.
And Courtney says, okay, finished. Make a scene. The author is Mimi Grace. I give it 5 stars. Highly recommend, but it's kind of spicy. Now to a Babysitter's Club number 31.
Well, that is a switch.
Slightly less spicy. Yeah.
Yeah, she needs some spicy to some sweet. Yeah.
Palate cleanser.
Precisely.
And then Nadine says, well, I think I'm settled on reading The Hidden One by Linda Castillo. Number 14 in the Kate Burkholder. Light, cozy, or fluffy books weren't holding my interest, so maybe gritty, Amish, and Tomasetti will do.
Well, fingers crossed for you, Nadine.
As somebody said in the comment of my SAS video, they will never look at pigs again after reading that series.
Yeah. It goes places.
It goes, yeah. The Amish are not
curious,
sweet.
but I'm scared.
Oh, it's gritty.
It's very gritty. I think I'm up to like number 6, maybe 5 or 6.
But in all honesty, it is so good, like well written. Really,
I've only done cozy gritty.
It's not like it takes the other side of Amish. Like you see the candy shop, and it tends to be very sweet. Those Amish that we think about, whereas this is like the Amish that you're not thinking about. Whereas I think the real Amish lands somewhere in the middle, just like regular normal people,
like that Amish mob show they had.
Oh my god.
I did. Oh, okay. Without, I'm going to get off on a soapbox. I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but I just want to say the Amish, they're literally pacifists. Like the whole concept is just a farce. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I love the show. Even though I know it was a whole made up thing, I was addicted to watching Breaking Amish. Addicted. I'm like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
well, it's like it's a reality show. Like, I mean,
most reality shows are not really reality. I mean,
as long as you know that going in, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because basically, the second you decided to film about it, you're already shunned. Like they're not gonna
pretty much
let you.
Kim says I was wrong, only 40%, but I should finish tomorrow at the latest. Nothing on the agenda for tomorrow, but read and TV. There you go.
That sounds like a great day.
That is
11% read, and Sharon says got something to drink, so didn't quite make it to the end of chapter 9. 30 pages and 66 pages. I'm going through these really quick. I was just watching YouTube videos this sprint. Cool. And the book fan said got 36% of the busybody. And Christina said, did some sprint hopping as normal, had supper, and got into chapter 24. I think she makes. I think she makes sprint hopping a full-time job. I think.
Yeah. But she needs to remember on these sprints, you got to say what you had for supper, or Tiffany will get angry.
Oh yeah.
I will get angry.
And History Book Gal said finished. Hester, weird but okay. The main character sees colors and sounds and words. I feel the need for relaxing cozy now.
I'd say so.
Cajun says, mine went off to Sarah. The A. At the same time, that was strange.
Was it not like somebody said anything either?
Right. Something we said might have sounded close to her name.
Yeah. So. But then I said it right after and it was dead silence.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be watching TV and she'll be like, I didn't understand you. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
And Christina says, Storm, what does your pillow say behind you? Coffee, books, and rain. And that is exactly what it says.
I love that. That's great.
It's rain.
I won that off of a blogger had a giveaway, and
except
that's
you don't like rain.
Yeah, but I won that, and it says coffee, books, and rain, and I was like, I like the pillow, so that's the pillow that gets changed when I had it up there for what the October.
Yeah,
deal. I was like, wait, I think you can take the little pillow out, and so and I see at the places we shop a lot at Antiquish, there's a lot of people have those for sale. And I went through until I found the ones that had the cheapest one.
Yeah. Then you can have seasonal pillows.
Yeah, I was trying to find like one for February for like Valentine's, but I haven't found one.
Gotcha.
And let's see. And Mama M says, hello, everyone. I read 2 chapters of The Vanishing Stairs. I'm looking for a finish. You can do it, Mama.
Mama is so sweet on my comments. Thank you. And she always comes to my lives.
And City Girl Writer, which I I'm pretty sure everybody else knows your name by me. Does Christina know your name? Because I know
He just said it, I think, in the comment.
70% in the Court of Wonders. Cool. And Aki says, I'm reading Divine Lola by Christina Morata. I really need new glasses.
Oh.
A true story of scandal and celebrity back in the 1800s. Wow. That's all I can say.
Wow, that's interesting.
And Cav says, decision made, Murder at Hotel 1911 by Audrey.
I normally just skip the authors.
New to me author and series, Ivy Nichols, a mystery. Really like the writing style. Black cover, though.
I like your honesty.
Yeah. Hi, Lou says, hey, y'all. I'm late to the party. The only thing I'm reading at the moment is the Obesity Code by Jason Fong, MD.
I love the little.
Are you liking
emojis.
it? I mean, I don't know.
The little emojis.
Yeah. Annie says, hi, y'all. Finished up a biography, The Real James Harrow by Jim Wright.
Wonderful.
And Anita says, I'm a little sore, but I'm on the mend.
That's good.
And Jesse said, hello, everyone. Reading Suffer the Children, set in Wales by Sherry Reese Price and MCC's ghost who have been murdered seeking her help.
Hi, Jesse.
And he says, Tiff, you must be having fun with those fireworks and hearts and other things from your computer.
I am.
I hate to say it,
last
but I
part
heard
was just for you, Anita.
I heard my dad in my head saying, small things, small minds.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm like, I'm not looking. I'm going to try not to pay attention, let her do her thing and not pay attention. PK says, getting going now. One of the things I'm looking forward to finishing this book is that it's my first fantasy of the year and the first dark blue yarn line in my genre blanket.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love
no
that.
more green and all that stuff because you like all your historical.
You know, I hate to say this now at the beginning of February, but you should have done a scarf.
Right.
I know people who did scarves for like the weather, or people did them for their baseball or hockey team. Like the win would be one color, the loss to be a different color. Just saying. Next year, PK, scarf.
Yeah, my temperature, if I did temperature blanket, it'd be like the, colors, and then half of it would be red and orange for on fire.
Well, I said like the ones that read like the same genre all the time would have to do tropes.
Yeah.
True enough. Like if you read romance,
like Tina's doing it and she's really breaking it down. Like one is just Nora Roberts, one is something.
Wow.
Like so she's like
have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you read the same like stuff, it would be just one solid color. And I think a scarf is a good thing for me because see, then it would be smaller lines and
I will by the end of the year, Storm, I will teach you to knit a scarf. By the end of the year. That's our goal.
All right.
Can I be in on that?
You absolutely can. Whoever wants to join in, we will have scarf knitting lessons.
Oh my gosh, we can join you.
I have needles
on your channel.
Excellent.
I have the needles. I have the yarn. So if you just host it on your channel live, and then the panel can do little things.
Yeah. You're all like,
yarning sprints.
We'll do like different. We'll do a seminar. So like. The first video, and then we'll move on to the second video.
Get your tools. Yeah. I have a needle.
Step 1, be prepared before you come to the live.
Yeah, I have the needles and yarn. I have a whole set of needles and a whole set of yarn, and I just don't know how to do it.
And I read that one.
It is fun.
And Christine, I think, you're new here, so hi, welcome. It says,
welcome.
I live in the heart of Amish country in Ohio. I don't read Amish books. All I have to do is look out my window.
That's delightful. Yeah. Clearly, you are not one of them, or you are hiding in your basement currently. Your computer.
Butterflies. Is it butterflies ever or forever? I can't read.
Butterflies.
I literally cannot read that. I cannot read it. Hi everyone. I'm reading in the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Clinton. Well, welcome.
I've been seeing that book everywhere on channels.
Very.
That author is super popular. after the House of the Cerulean Sea. So.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia said I started Murder She Wrote, the TV series, last night, and it's so sweet. Yay! That's what's literally on my TV right now. Cajun says I started listening to a straight up mystery, Moonflower Murders. So I get to add a new color to my spreadsheet.
Ooh, branching out.
Cajun.
Yeah. And Kim says to Anita, I think this is the first day in a while with nothing to do, doctor's appointment, car issue.
Enjoy it.
Wow.
Ashley says, I already said what I had for supper, but for Tiffany, breakfast, pancakes, and sausage. And she loved the Pillow Storm Boy.
Okay, I appreciate that. And I love breakfast for dinner. Yum.
And Tammy says, next time I go in, I'll take a few pictures and post on Discord.
That would be fun.
And Cajun says, can you teach left-handed, Sarah?
Left-handed is the same as right-handed.
See, that's what I was wondering.
I know a lot of left-handed knitters. Now, my aunt is left-handed and she knits left-handed, but most left-handed knitters knit right-hand,
because you don't really have a dominant hand, right? You're holding both, and then the only hand you're using is the one you put over the needle.
It really does depend on what side you're tensioning your yarn on. Right? Okay. Like some people, even though they're right-handed, will tension their yarn on the other side.
So I'm used to tensioning on my right because I'm left-handed with. Okay.
Exactly. So
I would just do what I'm used to with crochet. Okay.
100%. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
And she said our store has a boring name, Man Wearing Cheese.
Yeah, I don't know if I can watch.
And now I've asked, she's told me the name, but I don't know if I can pronounce it. Is it Nechi?
Nikishi?
Yeah.
Nikishi?
Or just maybe the end.
We're just gonna go with girl.
We don't want to butcher it, so I love it.
Girl writer. Yeah.
A city writer, city girl.
Can you tell us
okay.
how
I
to
was
pronounce it?
Well, I was cozy for 3 years, so it's okay.
Oh, she said yes, she did.
I love Murder She Wrote. And Nadine said, do you live in Painter's Mill, Ohio? That's the Amish location.
If so, stay away from the pig farms.
Oh.
I don't think it's a real town, isn't?
I don't know.
Now I need to Google search it.
Left-handed knitting is different, but all you have to do is sit across from a left-hander to see what to do, or probably a right-hander.
So you would sit across from me and watch what I do, and then do.
Well, that's how I had. That's what I had to learn, because when I'd watch my grandma try to show me crochet, and she's right-handed, I would have, and then I would have to watch a left-handed video. But now I can understand the right-handed video, so it's just I think I could figure it out.
It's like my aunt says, she knits backwards, so her knit stitches are pearls, and her pearls are something I don't understand.
Because I've heard there's only 2 stitches, but then I also hear them talk about other things, so I'm confused how there's only 2. There's
there are only 2 stitches
or something.
There's only knit and purl, but there are ways to increase and decrease the stitches.
Right.
So that's what you're talking about. And to this day, if something's in a pattern, I'm like, I will have to Google it and be like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. Okay. We will get into that. Scarf first.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's how I learned to crochet. The nun that taught me had me sit in front of her and watch her that way. And says, no, Painter's Mill is fiction. My lame attempt at humor.
It was funny either way.
I liked it. It made me want to go on Google search it.
And are we ready for another reading sprint? Since we were kind of
just really quickly. My grandmother learned to knit watching someone through a window at a store. Because she would go into town when she lived out west in Alberta, and she would, as a little girl, and there'd be women sitting in there doing their knitting, and she watched them doing it, and that's how she learned how to knit.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, fun story. Continue on.
And Cajun says, across from a right-hander, but next to a left-hander if you're left-handed. And
somebody else pick first, because I picked first last time.
Go, Tiffany. You pick first.
Yeah, Tiffany.
Really? Oh, the hobby horse.
Yeah, that one's cute. I'm gonna try my luck on the teeth again. We'll give it a comeback.
Storm?
I'll take the train.
Okay. Unicorn again for me.
Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
I wasn't paying attention, but I'm going to guess you won.
Tiffany won, yeah. We need the balloons. I don't remember the balloons one.
Oh.
Peace sign, I think. Peace sign. I think.
I don't remember that.
There you go.
I like this because Christine said her son picked
Aw.
4 too. So,
Oh, sweet.
and it just says, I find it funny. Many don't read the Murder She Wrote books, and she loves them. And I forgot to ask you guys how you did. So, see, I'm jumping ahead of things. How did you do, Devin?
I'm on. Oh,
It says I have 5 minutes and 21 seconds left of
ooh.
Mexico margaritas
Whoa.
and murder.
Me and you are both like so close.
Yeah.
I am 26% of the way through a salted caramel, and I'm
Nice.
working on my sock.
We made her want to knit.
Yep.
I'm on the last chapter. I'm on the final chapter, and then there's an epilogue of the first book in the Deadly Valentine, and it's getting good and suspenseful.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Poor Cajun. She says, I knew it.
Aw.
If I didn't read on Kindle, I might have chucked the book across the room. It was a great book, and I give it 5 stars, but my heart hurts now.
I'm sorry, Cajun.
Oh, that's how I felt when I read a couple years ago. I was like, oh,
That's what happens when you read something other than cozy mysteries. Bad stuff happens, and you get sad.
Hey, Mama read 3 chapters.
So you should just stick to cozies.
Except, I don't know, but there's been a few times when something not so nice has happened to a character that you kind of liked in a cozy. So, I mean,
Well, that's why Tiffany got mad at the Goldie Bear. And she's like, it didn't shock you? I'm like, not for this series, but for cozies, yes, it was shocking.
Cajun says, going to start Murder She Wrote, Magdalene's Low, number 33, next because I need silliness and lightness.
Well, that's a good series for
100%.
it. That's a good one.
Sharon got chapter 13.
Nice, Sharon.
Kim's 54%. Anita got to 20%. And Purple Rain Horse, 30 pages. Lots of good reading.
Mm-hmm.
And Amy says, I'm still watching YouTube videos this sprint. I found some really detailed recaps of Crescent City 1 and 2. Well,
You're getting close to it coming
Nice.
out. Getting close.
And
Isn't it like tonight at 10 or something?
Yeah. 3 chapters.
Nice, Cynthia.
Yeah, and you're not going to like the midnight release. There's not one where you're at. Was that?
No, she's getting her Kindle. She's getting her Kindle. It's dropping on her Kindle.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
I think that was Meg, I think, was going to a midnight.
Yeah, well, I know that they were talking about it and somebody was going. I couldn't remember who. And I forgot. I got to 90% of my book and I swear it feels like it's over. And so unless there's going to be like a whole lot of chatter for like 10%, there's probably some extra stuff in the end as well.
You're probably right.
But you know, we've solved the crime. I pretty much guessed who it was, but it really was the process of elimination. There wasn't a lot of characters to choose from. But now they're just talking about her doing this and this and that, and I mean that's been going on for a few percentages now. So I'm thinking it's probably just maybe it's going to be like an excerpt from like the next book or something. Maybe
the cozy I read the other day that I really want Tiffany to pick up, the Deadly Delights. You think it's going to end at 80 something, and then there is a twist. And then you think that's the ending, and then there was another twist. There was like 3 twists at the end. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like a roller coaster.
Yeah, sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'm like, just get on with it now.
This one worked. Yeah, this was like jaw dropping. I was listening. I was like, oh, okay, good.
I did. I checked
it out.
And
I feel like you don't have to remember book 1 because I didn't remember anything, and I was like able to pick it up right away.
Yeah, Kim says she loves Murder She Wrote series, and I agree. And I like the books, even though I've only read 2 so far. And I tell you, Tiffany, I hope you're going to do like another round of Murder She Wrote readathon because I've had people asking me if we're going to do it. I was like, I think so.
Yes, I hope to. Yes.
I read the first one and it was darker, but they probably get lighter as it goes on.
Oh, the Murder She Wrote?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
first
the books are
one
just different.
The first one was different.
was that the one where with the mental hospital, or the?
I don't remember the details.
The first one's Gin and Dagger, so I don't think so.
Or maybe
but
I
is
read
that
either the
one
first
where
or
she's like.
I read either the first or second. I feel like she was in New
whichever
York.
one it was really dark. I think it was number one, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, like I don't want to give it a spoiler, but there's
Right.
something.
I
happened.
don't remember because I just read those two. I don't remember, but I just know that they're like so different than like the TV show.
No,
Like,
mine was number 2. I think it was something Manhattan. She was in New York.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that,
But
yeah,
it was
that
darker than But I'm expecting it
don't
to get lighter
remember.
because it's been going for so long.
I read 1 and 2 during the readathon, and I just
that's what
remember
I
that
did.
the one that I was shocked by, it was really dark. Like it had hypnosis in it, and there was a point where Jessica was going to do something, and I was like, "This what?" It was crazy.
Yeah. Cajun says, I stopped reading the seriously heavy mysteries years ago because I missed my stop on the train when I used to work in office more than, well, a few times.
Yeah,
because Cajun, didn't you used to read the Inspector Lindley series, I think? I've only read 2 of those so far, but I think that was the one that you missed your train on.
I'm not used to being, even with the Love Inspired Suspense, I'm not used to being on the edge of my seat the whole time because I'm used to more cozy. And this one, you don't really have the cozy to break up. It's like the whole time is the suspense. So I'm like, it's weird. It's a weird feeling.
And Scorpio's read 30 pages. And Amy says, Meg is going to the midnight release. And I'm waiting for that one to drop on the Kindle. It released at midnight Eastern time. So 10 p.m. for me and,
I was thinking it was 10. You're close.
The thing with that story that we're both reading, Ro, is that they've got such a limited page count.
Right.
So it's not like a cozy where they can, let's take 2 chapters and bake cookies, whatever.
But I'm like, where's the romance? Like, there's not much romance. I'm thinking the epilogue will have more, about the, And because there's 2 in 1, they're really short. They're like 100 something.
Right, exactly. They're like 100 pages. They're novellas, essentially.
Yeah, but I think this was a good little, it
is the love-inspired one, right? So there's probably like a kiss at the end.
Yeah. No, they've had one kiss, and she was like, oh, like the best kiss ever. And then they're like,
she's probably the only one she's ever had.
And then they like each other. And he's trying to save her from the stalker. And, but then I'm like, I'm not expecting a lot of romance, but I need a little more. But so I'm thinking an epilogue, it will be like.
I know this was your first Row, and I appreciate that, but I really, really, really want you to try a heartwarming novel. Because they are chunkier books. They get way more into the stories. Marianne, I read Grace and the Cowboy this month, and it was fantastic.
I was thinking of that one. I'd have to.
And it's a standalone. Well, no,
they do have it in a box set at my library. I don't mind that because these are so out of and then the database that you told me will help me find them easier because just searching on my library it's harder to find. So
that's right.
Okay. And have faith in it? Does that have faith in it?
No, that's the great thing about the heartwarming is that there's no religious
element. Love inspired are that way.
Okay.
So.
Exactly. It's just that the heartwarming are cozies.
And then I think you said special edition is more small town too?
Yes, it does. Find the author Terry Wilson, Teri Wilson.
Oh, I have a Dalmatian book by her.
She always has dogs. If you follow her on Instagram, she has a spaniel named Charm.
Okay.
Oh.
And she always is dressed as like a 1950s
cute.
With the skirt and she always wears these tiaras like in her everyday wear. She wears He's delightful.
I love
Tiffany loves her already.
Right?
I do love that.
Yeah, no, Terry Wilson is amazing. And I got a chance to interview her and she's just as delightful.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, she's going to have to add a book right now. So.
And her books are, she does a series for special edition that's about 3 friends who work at a bridal magazine.
Ooh.
I can't remember what the first book is called. There is some adult content, but it's all behind the scenes. Like it's all behind closed doors. So, yeah, check her out.
I sampled A Spot of Trouble. It's on my 24 romances in 2024. And they live in a small town, and she's the only one with a Dalmatian. And then the new firefighter guy comes, and he has a Dalmatian. So he thinks she stole the dog. So they switch dogs. They thought they switched dogs. It's cute. It was cute on the sample.
I read the second one in that series. I never read the first one, but the second one was he's a marine biologist and she works at the aquarium, but she dresses up like a mermaid for the kids.
Oh my gosh. Tiffany
and
already
he's like,
wants
well,
that.
this is crap because this isn't real aquatic whatever. And she's like, it's for the kid, but she has a dog. It's there. Yeah, she's
so I think they're both enemies to lovers because he's a firefighter and her dad's a cop and they like feud on the baseball team.
Yes.
So it's like, and I think the series is called Turtle Beach, so that makes sense.
Correct. It is. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love her.
Isn't she just the most delightful person ever?
I'm on her Instagram. I love her.
I follow her just for funsies.
So add a Spot of Trouble and the second for your TBR, Tiffany.
And she is huge into the royal family. Like she's like obsessed with like the royal family. With
she
like
thinks she's part of it.
I was going to say, probably Tiara makes sense,
right?
Awesome.
Hi, Jared. She says, hello, everyone. Can't believe I snuck in on a live.
Yeah, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It is good to see you.
And Nadine said to a Cajun, I cannot count how many times I would have to go several towns over to get my husband from the train station because he missed our stop. It was either his reading or his napping.
Oh.
After, I would think after work, it would probably be the napping because I'd be tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The train or something might lull me to sleep. And Christy said I made it to chapter 29 and worked out in my journal.
Nice.
I worked on my journal. Yay. And Jared says, perfect timing in the discussion. I love Murder, She Wrote series, both books and TV.
Awesome.
Cool. Kim said, I prefer the ones in Cabot Cove. I think everybody prefers the ones in Cabot Cove.
I do too.
Book
we used
and
to have
probably book
everyone
and
murdered
movie,
in the
everybody probably prefers the ones in Cabot Cove. What I thought was interesting when I read the books is that Mort and Seth like traveled outside of Cabot Cove to go wherever she was, and I was like, wait, that's like never happened in this like show. It's like, wait, that was cool. And Caden says, and it is always my work stops I missed because the station to go home was at the end of the line. My boss would just say, book good when I skirted. And Jared says, it took Donald Bain a few books before he caught the rhythm of the Murder, She Wrote series.
Yeah, that's why I figured it's such a long series that it has to get like on a more cozy pace. Yeah.
Betty.
Confetti is the
confetti. Oh yeah, I remember you did confetti before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you got to remember to like
their tilt. There you go. Yeah.
The Inspector Lindley is who usually made me miss my stops. That's what I thought. I remember you talking about it. And Esther Jane said, "Well, it's time for the old lady to call it night. Ta-ta, till next time. Bye, Esther."
He was that youngin'.
Hi, Esther.
Cajun says, "I prefer the shows that are in Cabot Cove too." Yeah, that's right. Nadine says to Cajun, husband was lucky his work train stop was at the end and beginning of the lines.
I'm like, it's 6 p.m. I'm ready to make tacos.
And Jarrett said the same to Cajun, but they can only kill so many people off in Cabot Cove. Yeah, it's like that's why I have
population too.
And I'll have to say too, I think my favorite are the first three seasons of the show. I can like watch those one over and over again, and like I'll get further into it, and I'll just back it back up to number one and like.
I picked a bad first episode because for some reason I didn't watch the first one, and I was either second or third episode, and it was the guy from Grease, Kaniki, and he was in a drag show, and I was like, "What is happening? This doesn't seem like what I thought." And so I'm like, I need to try more. It would just threw me off. It wasn't bad, but I just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, you were watching, I think, episode 3.
Yeah,
where he's dressing up and sings them as a woman.
I think. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't watch the first episode at first or something.
Yeah,
I do the same thing.
Think of is getting busted in a dress.
I was just like, I'm confused.
It's like, why do you run?
And then later I did watch episode 1 because I knew she was writing the book, and all her nephew or something puts the book in for her or something. I don't know.
That's the very first one is where he calls her up and says, "Hey, somebody wants your book," and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, I just never continued.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like that one's like a two-parter. The first two episodes are that's the Sherlock Holmes one. Christina says, I am seeing the time. You ladies are beautiful rest of your day and cozy sweet dreams. Thank you for the sprints. She knows us all so well.
Mhm.
And Christine says, I did not get the book done yet, but I did make it over halfway and I still have a little time left today. Yay for goals. Yeah, you can do it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
And Amy says, I'm going to get off now. My phone is dying. And I think you sprint. Thank you for the sprints, ladies. Good night.
She's going to go caffeine up for the
I
10
was going to say
o'clock.
she's going for a quick nap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before-
taking a nap, making coffee, charging her
Yep.
Kindle. She's
That's right.
her
for
iPad.
her
She's ready.
10
Yep.
p.m. drop. I don't blame you. Oh,
No.
thank you.
Aw.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you so much.
And Kim says, mine too, Storm. I love Seth and Amos in the show. Yeah. And Annie says, I got 10% in The Murder of the Wedding Bell by Denise Watson.
I think that's further in this series.
And Sharon said, thank you for the sprint. Was that the last? Yes. Because the other ladies have to go to sleep. And Tiffany there will turn into a pumpkin if we stay up too late.
Like it's happening now. It's
I'll be asleep for like 6 hours, but I mean, I'll be awake for like 6 hours, but
oh my
Yeah,
God.
you're like the one that's like still got a lot of time left of their
Your
night.
whole evening is still free.
exactly. I'm like, I'm gonna go read, eat some tacos, visit with my husband.
But since that was the last comment, we can wrap this thing up. And thanks everybody for hanging out with me and chatting in the comments and here. And so I hope you ladies have a good night and get some good sleep.
Mhm.
Bye.
Tiffany's channel.
Bye,
next
everybody.
Monday,
Yeah.
right?
Do we have anything
Is it-
coming up before?
Oh.
Well, we do have Saturday.
Saturday live show on my channel for the kickoff of the retro romance readathon. Did you want to join that, Ro? It's at noon. Eastern.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Okay,
on
I'll send you
Saturday,
the
okay.
link.
Yeah. Yay.
Yep.
I'll be the
Okay.
I'll be the newbie to it. That'll be fun.
But yeah, that's it for live shows. Oh, well, and then you're doing one on Sunday, right?
On
Tiff?
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Just the usual.
Yeah, the
Yes.
usual.
But I was just saying for the Mondays now it's switching between Tiffany and Storm. I didn't know if everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Night.
Thanks, Storm. Good night, everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Storm.